Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Picks to Watch. Our first big international battle of the year is upon us, with the mid-season invitational about to begin. With it comes patch 8.8 and a wealth of wonderful changes. That means new champions, right? Well, let's find out as we jump right into it. Up first, we've got the bloodthirsty brute with a braid to boot. It's Kane.
Here we go.
With his quick clear speeds thanks to his reaping slash and tons of mobility from his shadow step, it is easy for the soul hunter to not only get through his own jungle, but also find crafty ways to steal from his unsuspecting opposite jungler. His limited crowd control can make his early ganking make his scythe feel more like a toothpick, but the potential for clever pathing from his shadow step means there's always more opportunities than meets the eye. Now, the main reason as to why I'm expecting to see more Kane is due to the changes on 8.7. Kane's transformation is now easier to achieve, making Rast enter the fold sooner than his opposition would suspect. This evolves the weak mortal into a beefy bruiser who can outduel nearly any other foe. Not even tanks can hope to stand up to his onslaught due to the max % health damage offered from his Q and Umbral Trespass. His typical build is a warrior enchant into a black cleaver, which gets rounded out by a spirit visage that enhances his already strong healing. Rast is flexible and can be played as a frontline killer and peeler or as a backline executioner. The catch is that both require him to get within blade's reach of the enemy, which can be difficult due to his lack of long-range gap closers. While unhappy, Rast will tolerate his teammates doing some of the heavy lifting in order to unleash his true potential. Next up, we have an admiral whose dictionary is limited to fight, die, and fight some more. It's Clare.
They ain't ready for us.
The cantankerous Cavalier is no stranger to pro play. With the tank meta in full swing, the time is right for him to invade the Rift once more. With a keystone named Conqueror, it should come as no surprise that it synergizes ferociously with the battle-loving Yordle. With his already good scaling AD, Conqueror helps add some extra bite to the already loud bark. As mentioned earlier, Kled sees tanks as slightly larger rocks for him to throw around. With percentage max HP already built into his kit, combined with the true damage that he can gain from Conqueror, it makes you wonder, should Scissors beat Rock? While Kled is a serviceable split pusher, his true role is to gather the troops and lead them headlong into the battle with his ultimate. Charge! Even so, it's important to never underestimate this tough-as-nails Yordle in a duel. He's got great AD scaling, and if he's not killed quickly enough after he's been dismounted, his hearty companion Skarl will return and turn the tides of the fight. A standard Kled build starts with a Black Cleaver for that sweet Armor Shred and Titanic Hydra for the extra wave clear. After that, it's often straight tank, but occasionally there may be a third item Guardian Angel that makes Kled even more frustrating to take down. Kled's biggest weakness is that he only knows how to charge in while lacking the tools, and often will, for a proper retreat. Kled needs to pick the right engagements or his overconfidence can result in a not-so-glorious demise. Our next champion would make Iron Man jealous. It's Kaiser.
Fear the Void's sting.
The Daughter of the Void made her way onto the Rift in patch 8.5. Now, while she has seen play in major regions such as the LCK and LPL, she's been unavailable in most Western regions. So, I wanted to talk through why even the Void fears her. Her short range and lack of escape abilities can make her laning a challenge, but if she's paired with a CC-heavy partner, Kaiser can make it rain early game damage with her Acathian Rain. Her true power comes in the late game, where the young hunter evolves into a lethal assassin. With the proper setup, her killer instinct allows her to reposition with ease. When you combine this with the stealth from her supercharge for effective self-peel, and the burst from her Acathian Rain to bring the pain, this unstoppable force shows you why she survived, and why you won't. A common core build is the combo of Guinsoo's Rageblade, Runaan's Hurricane, and Infinity Edge, to give her an earlier stealth upgrade on the supercharge while transitioning well into late game crit damage. There are many alternatives, such as Death's Dance for more sustain and dueling prowess, or Essence Reaver for some added cooldown reduction while still transitioning towards crit. While she may be used to working alone, she can often be quite reliant on her team to provide reliable crowd control, as she cannot always expect to apply the plasma by herself to make use of her killer instincts. Of course, regardless of how trained you are, there is always a risk of diving into enemy territory. Strategic placement of her ultimate is required, otherwise she may not return as she has done before. Last but not least, it's the Deceiver herself, Leblanc.
Time to make an appearance.
Or is it? Patch 8.8 reverted the slippery spellcaster back to her old assassin ways, meaning at MSI, expect the Black Rose to bloom once more. Her enemies may be surprised when they see her after she does what made her so successful in the past. Distort in, drop the classic Mimic Malice combo, and make a quick escape, all before she can even break a sweat. This can secure her team an instant health advantage before a fight has even begun. Her laning phase is one of her greatest strengths. Whether it be setting up for easy ganks with her ethereal chains or simply boosting her opposition with the aforementioned combo, few will be able to go toe-to-toe with the many assortment of tricks that she has available at her disposal. Of course, what would a matron be without those close to her? Thanks to the lane pressure that she creates in conjunction with her mobility, a 2-champ death squad can easily be formed that'll easily conquer the enemy jungle in the early game. Pros often opt for Luden's Echo Rush to provide early wave clear and burst, usually followed by Morellonomicon for the flat magic penetration. Then round things out with damage. Lots and lots and lots of damage. But even with that much firepower, Leblanc can struggle mightily if she runs straight into a tank brick wall, so she'll have to rely on her years of deception in order to flank the enemy backline, or it'll be her foes who make her life bar disappear. That does it for this episode of Picks to Watch. If there are any fun or interesting champions that you think could make its way to MSI, be sure to let me know in the comments section below. Reminder that the MSI play-in stage kicks off in Berlin, Germany on the 3rd of May, and will stay in Berlin for the entirety of groups. We'll then move over to Paris, France for the knockout stages, where the MSI champion will be crowned. For more information, you can head over to lolesports.com, but that does it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Picks to Watch. Picks to Watch. Welcome to Picks to Watch. One man, one green screen.